Derivative trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Good morning. Oh boy, we are already having some issues with their DOM. Hold on here. Let's fix that. Okay. It's kind of weird if I go in and I just reload the symbol, it's fine. But sometimes it just won't load like that. I need to check if I'm on the latest version. Anyways, let's go in and grab the links. Here we go. I can already hear myself. That loaded fast. Okay. Here we go. There's that one. And here's this one. Let's see. Okay. So, let's look at the charts here. Yesterday was extremely range bound. So I was looking for a move to the upside, or at least I prefer to move to the upside. And we got a little bit of it, but it just didn't get very far. And then it came back and just tons of volume traded in a very narrow range here. Today is quad witching Friday. So I think it's a pretty good indication that we have large players on both sides of the market, and that we may be pegged. So that means that if we get any kind of a breakout today, it'll be really big, but there's a pretty good probability that we're just gonna get stuck. Oh yeah, we should look at the E-mini too. Pretty much the same thing, right? It didn't go anywhere. So I saw this news story yesterday that they pulled up this story about that James Comey had submitted a subpoena to the Trump organization, which is a story I saw a long time ago. And the Bloomberg story was stock market falls as markets weigh Comey subpoena. And I'm like, are you guys effing kidding me? Like, we moved like 10 points. It was like 0.5%. It was one of the most boring days in the market we've had in a long time. I was having flashbacks to last fall. It was bad. So, kind of interesting thing, but I tell you what. Obviously, there's a lot of fake news out there, and sometimes we see conspiracy theories, and sometimes we see the news just pushing stories that just aren't true. But it's really weird when it's something that like you deal with on a daily basis, and you know a lot about, and you're like, they're straight up lying. Okay, so we just had 4 ticks down there. Not necessarily a trade that I want to take, but that was a lot of volume that they just destroyed there on the open at 16. That was the open. Anyways, it's like, I watched it all effing day, and what you said is just completely false. How can news organizations put out headlines like that? I just don't even understand. Okay. So anyways, we do have some news coming up today. And I believe it's housing. Let's see here, where is it? Building permits and housing starts in 10 minutes. Might be somewhat significant news, so we're going to take a look at that. Oh yeah, we should also check to see if made a deposit into my trading account so that we have enough to trade it. So let's see if we get... Oh, okay, so we got a new day trader release. Okay. The NinjaTrader 8 plugin bit is a little bit better, apparently. Institutional course. Okay. I'm looking for so let's see if AMP sent us something that they got our okay, yes. Here it is right here. Hold on. Bum 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 bum. Okay. So it's in there. Wonder, really quick, I'm just going to like disconnect everything. I think today would be a good time to do this. Yeah, we got a few minutes, so I'm just going to. Oh no, wait, we can keep the demo connected. Yeah, that one's fine. It's Ninja Trader here that we get to kill, because it was connected to the other one. I'm gonna have to switch that now, I guess. You get that. Oh yeah. So what were we doing? We need to gonna check rhythmic here. Is what we're gonna do. Okay. Then I forget which board it is. Okay. Um. How do you? Oh, there it is, right there. There we go. Okay. I have to be careful now about what you can see. So it says there that there's 1540 available. So we could put in live trades here. What do you guys think? So let's see here what you guys got. By the way, good morning, Dan. Well, I don't want to put my first trade in during news, but we could totally. So I have to do a couple of things here. So let's change this back here. Exit. Okay. There's that. And then what else do I have to do? I have to do this. Yes, that's right. Oh, that's not quite right. So we have to go to... Oh, here it is right here. Okay. And there's that. Now I think we have to say this. Reset our workspace up. Okay. Well, it's not exactly loading up, guys. Ugh. I must be allergic to something because my eyes are like watering like crazy today. Okay. Those ones work. You just gotta figure out what's going on with the DOM here. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There we go. Okay. So, got that all worked out. We are moving down a little bit. Oh, then we gotta do something over here too. That one. Okay. So we're fading quite a bit here. Close that. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Cryptos are going to be discussed at the G20 summit on Monday and Tuesday, expecting another dip. I mean, what if they say something positive, though? Maybe? No? Okay, let's look at the numbers here. Bum, bum, bum. I'm guessing it's bad. Or, I mean, it's good because we're moving down. Okay, building permits 1.3 million versus 1.32 million, not quite so good. Housing starts 1.24 million versus 1.29 million. So both numbers were bad, but we're moving down. That kind of makes sense. So kind of interesting how if people, big guys in the world are going to be talking, and we're automatically assuming that it's going to be bad. I doubt it, but even if they do, there will be a dip on Sunday or before the actual discussion, as always. Yeah. Well, and if we come over here, oh, we need to pull this out to watch. Oh, you're actually not too bad. So we've been here for a long time now, haven't we? I find it very interesting. We traded in this range here almost all week. Then yesterday, as we pointed out, as it was happening, we saw it move down. And then what? It's barely got anywhere for starters. I mean, it barely made a new low, and now it's just kind of quiet again. Still a pretty decent amount of volume trading here, but I don't know. Is this just a really strange extended period of trading? I mean, look at this. There's not a period like this anywhere else. It'd be interesting to see um, if this can sustain. Because if this volume can sustain for a long time, it would be really, really good. It'd be really good. Yeah. Say Caracool 9 Caracool 9 two times. That's, well, I don't know who you are, Kara, but thank you for tuning in. I don't know if that's just to prove that there were real people here, or what, or that it's a recording. But no, it's live. So, well, I really don't like where it just stopped there and the range that we are in, and the fact that it is a quad witcher today. So I'm going to pause it. Well, not pause it. I'm going to mute the microphone here and eat a little bit, and we'll see if it does something. Okay, well, they kind of looked at it there for a second, but it's really just sitting here in this range. I kind of think. Oh, well, actually, we haven't touched it here. Let's see if they touched the 140. Okay, so here they are. They're looking at it. Probably not going to touch this time. I certainly wouldn't want to be the one that sold 14. Okay. Well, it came back there awfully fast.
Digital shot said GM.
Good morning. Stormy Daniels was threatened with physical harm in relation to her claims that she had an affair with Trump. A lawyer says, well, no duh. If you're a person and you're saying stuff out in public and you're on the news, there's a high probability that you'll get death threats, weirdos, people trying to scam you, on, etc., etc., etc. And I'm a little tired of people getting on television saying things that a lot of people won't like, and then turning around and being surprised that people don't like what they say. Come on. Like this is somehow showing that a certain group of people are more violent or she's a threat or something. Come on. You know what's going to happen. I'm sure Nancy Pelosi gets death threats every day. Is that am I off kilter here? And maybe that was. I mean, I don't want to be victim blaming or anything like that. Obviously, it's a terrible thing that people are threatening her, but it's just not surprising. And yeah, let's pull the camera back up here. Yeah, I figured you didn't want to see me stuffing my face. Well, it's been here for an awful long time. There was quite a bit of selling here in CF. Oh, look, there they did it. Hmm,
IQ said any trades anyone?
not yet.
Digital shot said no.
So nobody has actually
Digital
hit
shot
14
said
yet.
sweet. Digital shot said feels good.
That might be a signal that we're about to move back to the VWAP. I mean, it wasn't like a super great opportunity. Obviously, the offer never got larger than the bid, but I mean, they got like they put 2,000 on it and nobody traded it. I think that's significant. I think there's a pretty good probability we're going to go back to the VWAP because of it, but I don't want to take some counter trend trade like that there. Okay, so they did tick up, broke out of the range in ZF.
Digital shot said ZF didn't show any bigger weakness.
Yeah.
Digital shot said I hope not, yesterday was already a pain in the ass.
Yep, it was pretty range bound yesterday. It's pretty range bound today. Not a whole lot of volume.
IQ said how is Dem Cryptos doing?
Not so great. I mean, it's not awful. Let's pull up our this chart right here. $81.90, correct? Yes. Nobody wants to buy 15 half, huh? So that's like a reasonable tick down. I'd have to say, I mean, we are at the top of a range here. And if we're going to have any kind of a move, probably, I would say it would probable, maybe a slight probabilistic edge to it doing a mean reversion and going back down. Okay, so another tick up. ZF is at the VWAP now. Is it going to trade 042? 04 quarters.
Digital Shot said so funny. It was like the old saying, don't buy when everybody speaks about it.
Yeah.
Digital Shot said friends who had nothing to do with that stuff started talking about buying it and it was right at the top.
Okay, so some people did trade into oh, no, wait, 15.5 is no big deal. It's 16 that we need. Man. So we should run our script. Do that. And what do we get? 82. Yep, 83, which is about where it is right now. So we haven't moved much since they took their snapshot. But 82. Interesting. Now I want to see here. Let's go in. The thing I'm going to be most interested to see is if the Bitcoin Cash indicator moved up again or not. Okay, no, it didn't. It moved down. And it's kind of in this new range. I'm guessing that Bitcoin Cash volume is not good, right? Oh, there's something is going on. Okay, so this is interesting. Let me bring this over here. This is average transaction value, so this is not the indicator that we use in our calculation. But notice here, Oh, hold on. I want to fix my... there we go. Notice here, when we were up near the top, there was some pretty big transactions. And then, since then, the big fish have disappeared. And then, here just recently, some big fish again. So it does seem to me that the reason that our chart in Bitcoin Cash moved up was because through this time period right here, we just haven't had a whole lot of transactions. So that is the indicator correctly saying that it's dead. But I guess sometimes that pump can be good because that means that it's gone quiet and that volume is about to turn around, maybe. But why the big fish right here? Kind of curious. So it's gonna be really interesting to see if we ever actually get a move up. Oh hey, some people touched the low. Anyways, it'd be interesting to see if we do get a move up again ever, how Bitcoin Cash performs, because there's definitely something going on there. Okay, so we're seeing some volume coming into 14.5 getting stuck. ZF is up a few ticks. So this may be a level break, but the probability here, I think, is not super great, because it's been range bound. The chances are, well, I don't know what the chances are. I think it's 50-50. I think when I've tested this, it's 50-50, unless it's trending. Okay, so they did take it pretty easily, I might add. Okay. Well, that was an okay downtick. Nope. Don't like that. Don't like that. Wow. Okay. Nobody trading it here.
Losing money. I left said good morning.
Good morning. Mario, I have no clue what you're seeing in this stream. Can you vaguely explain what are those numbers? So the numbers in red are people looking to sell. The numbers in blue are people looking to buy. And the numbers in the middle are people that have actually just bought and just sold. with market orders. So we can see that about 3,000 orders sold into 13.5, and it held, and the volume is still equal. Okay, now they traded 43.80, so this seller is pretty insistent, but isn't putting a ton on the offer either. Have the opportunity to get out, break even. I think that they might take it further. Okay. And I kind of just know how much they tend to put up. So when we get over 2,000, that's a pretty solid bid, right?
Digital Shot said next up 125.
Yeah.
Digital Shot said.
I think we could go more than 125. I think that we could go to, where could we go to? Well, there's 07.5. 07.5 is like the last major pivot. 115. I mean, there's some decent targets sitting here on the DOM. Okay, now we're trading a lot into 13 as well. Which is not necessarily a good sign. Okay, they took that and they put 1,500 up. That's good. I think we can. Okay. He's insistent. I'm just gonna take this opportunity right here to take the +1. Okay. Well, that's okay. Oh, you see the ones that the order at 80? Oh man. I don't know about this, guys. That buyer's not doesn't want to let it get away from him here.
Digital Shot said ZF not that weak at the moment.
Yeah. They're definitely trying to shove it back up there. The problem I have here, that was a stop run for sure. Pretty good chance that they try and reverse here because of that. So Mario, I don't know if you're still here, but I don't know if the explanation that I gave you there was enough. So are there things that you're seeing on here that you're wondering what is that? I can try and explain, or try to explain why I take a trade where I do. They're insistent, aren't they?
IQ said I.imager.com. IQ said ZN.
So this is a little weird because we got lots of excuse
Digital
me.
Shot said ZF is not really doing anything.
Yeah. Okay, so that was an uptick.
Digital Shot said ticking up.
$3,000 now trading into 13. Okay. And a decent bid on the uptick. It took 4,000 to push through. So I'd have to say there are some shorts adding on here, trying to get filled. Oh yeah, by the way, we're at 16 in CP. Gotta be careful about that one. Man. So I'm trying really hard to keep myself from getting excited because I'm seeing big numbers, unusually big numbers, and usually when I see numbers like that, there's a good trend coming.
Sandy Trade said hi all.
I am, but I have to temper this a little bit because it's a quad witching day, so that's why we're seeing this kind of volume. And why are they moving it the way that they are? Is the E-mini gonna make a push? They're gonna try and undo the damage done from the 13th and 14th for the sake of options? Is that what's going on here? Okay. Nope, nope. So I saw that one, it was looking weak, but then we came back at night and I saw that it wasn't, it was turning around there. And we kind of had an unusual gap above us.
Sandy Trade said BTW off subject, how is Discord running now on my browser? I thought I require to download. This is nice.
Okay, well, they really want me to hit 11 and a half. See that?
Sandy Trade said I see, so anyone can open a room with desktop version and voice chat work too?
Okay. Pretty weak bid there. Okay, wait, hold on. Something just happened there. Yeah. I don't know how to explain what I just saw there, but there was some sort of bizarre flicker. And when that happened, the level 2 completely changed. And sure enough, after they did that, they went right for the 11 and a half and a new low. Well, I think that this has a really good chance of continuing now.
IQ said I.imager.com. Sandy Trade said thanks. Market down 4 days.
Come on. It's a shame that we didn't
Losing
take
money.
that
Rai
12.
left said, does anyone know of a good chat room for index/option and equity trading? Sandy Trade said yes, moving down to flush the weak hands first. Then pump it up. Losing money. Left said, oh okay thanks, I was just there and no one is talking lol, I'll wait for the market to open. Losing money. Left said, Sandy trade today is the SPY X dividend date BTW, around $1.09.
Okay. So I don't really have the ability to look at this, but we need to go and see where the E-mini options are at. I kind of want to keep an eye on this thing though.
Losing money. Left said, I believe SPY 275.
Okay.
Losing money. Left said, do you think the interest rate announcement next week is priced in already?
Okay. Okay.
Losing money. Left said, so avoid buying weeklies until the announcement.
I don't know. Hmm. So I don't really like this game they're playing with the offer here.
Alligator said, agree, not priced in. So dovish for a while, seems we've reached levels where you can put swing shorts confidently even in front of FUMC. Yesterday's action second at IMO. Losing money. Left said, how do people make money trading bonds when the movement is so minimal?
Hmm. See, it keeps pulling a little bit, and then... Okay, so they just ticked down in ZF. Yeah. Okay.
Alligator said curve games, watch how long end is moving today, not bad.
Yeah. Oh, see something in the stream channel. Oh. I think ZF is about to try and take another dive. I mean, that's kind of where the cumulative delta looks headed, at least. If that 027 can firm up.
Tucker said losing Monterey left, it's all about size. In something like CL, you might have to risk 10 ticks to see if you make 10 ticks. In ZN, sometimes you can risk 1 tick to make 3 or 4. The R/R is
skewed in your favor in ZN, and you can basically trade 100 contracts like you would one contract. Yep, exactly. Dang. Okay. Well, other just win our trade. If we can get out here, I will.
IQ said -4 ZB.
Okay. That's okay. That is okay. Okay, let's look at the CME website, guys. Okay, so it already just pivoted. Bum bum bum. CMEgroup.com. And we are looking at like the S&P 500, E-mini, options. Oh, that's not quite what I want. I want like tools, right? Yes, open interest heat map.
Digital Shot said, did you guys short? Digital Shot said, I was trying to buy 120 LOL.
Okay, so
Digital Shot said, no Phil.
the E-mini is at 27.55. Okay. And for the ones that end...
Digital Shot said, it's sketchy shorting if not all markets are showing the same strength or weakness. Digital Shot said, ZF was def. Not showing that much weakness.
$26.50. So what I'm seeing here, this is the monthly ones, and where we're seeing 2800, 2850, 2750 we don't see a whole lot, but we do see that for the ESZ a lot there. So it seems to me
IQ
like
said, showing signs of a bottom in ZB/ZF.
It seems to me like there's kind of these two targets out here. People have calls for this and they have puts for this.
Losing money. Rai left said, what does ZB/ZF stand for?
So there's two big positions here. One is long calls at 2850 and one is long puts at 2650. And
Tucker
the
said,
one
bonds,
short has more
30-year, notes, 5-year. Losing money. Rai left said, thanks.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm glad that I didn't try selling there. Wow, Bitcoin had quite a run there. Oh, sorry. So I haven't checked my comments on YouTube. Oh, okay. Not really much going on over here. Bum 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 bum. somebody in Twitch.
Digital Shot said B for broke / F for foo ed / and N for nice. Listen Money left said LOL.
Oh jeez. No, so this Millie says, can you explain how black Americans commit 50% of all murders despite being only 13% of the population? I can't. I can make a theory. Do you want to hear my theory? My theory is because they tend to be poor. And poor people tend to commit more murders. That's my theory. But I don't think we really have no. I don't think we have a very good answer, at least. Yes, people on Twitch, they come in and I just get the most bizarre comments on Twitch, guys. We average 3 viewers now, but so that's good. But yeah, we get a lot of bizarre comments on Twitch. Okay. I don't know. This buying seems awfully.
IQ said N equals nat LOL.
IQ does the.
Tucker said Seth, you going live for FOMC week?
Yeah. No, Tucker, we've already lost real money today. A whole $30. Yeah. We made 15, but then we lost it, and now we're net lost $30.
Tucker said congrats.
Thank you. I don't know what to think of this action. I still want to short it, to be honest. That's been a pretty consistent.
Tucker said, what are you paying R/T?
For my commission. So I think I'm gonna have to open up. Well, I'm gonna wait for tomorrow and open up the broker statement and see what the exact one. Because I had it estimated, but I had to do the math and everything, so I'll know if, confirm that that number is correct. I think that the number was like 250 a trade, I think. I don't know. So the thing here is that ZF is kind of in this range and could totally turn around at any minute. And or it could totally break out and start going above the VWAP. And meanwhile, we have the
Tucker said
E-mini.
2.50 per side or per R/T. I'm at 3 per round turn.
No, is it 3? Maybe it's. I remember it was 50. I remember looking at it and it was like it was only, it was like an even dollar amount. But then when you added on the exchange fee on it, it was the 50. I don't know. We'll look at the statement. They send you an email every day, so. I mean, if we wanted to get short, we could certainly do it here. I wonder if something's happening in Bitcoin, because I find this move here really out of nowhere. Okay. Okay, well, if I had taken that short at 12.5 where I wanted, or where I was saying, I still kind of want to go short, I could have made a tick on it. But it's still, I mean, when it's range bound and we're on an edge like this, I need to see something in the level 2 that is really strongly says that they're going to bust through it. And at the moment, it just looks like nobody cares, I'm really curious what that pump in Bitcoin is. Okay. So they're iceberging and they're fighting them at 12.
Tucker said these shorts are dangerous. Look at the volume traded between 115 and 130. Sooner or later I expect somebody to throw in the towel to the tune of 3K contracts, which will domino it back.
Through that 140 low volume node. Oh, and in fact, right there is the You done goofed. Man.
Tucker said that 800 bid at 12 in the 30 is looking awfully silly. Digital Shot said news in 15 minutes.
Good point.
Digital Shot said very difficult short IMO. Alligator said more dangerous, more rewarding Tucker. Digital Shot said I would like to see a pop north and then go long, but not going to short this.
There's plenty of fuel to make this go lower. Is all I'm saying. Look at this. So I shouldn't have gotten out of that short. It was 125, right? No, it was 120. Okay, that uptick was not too impressive. But there wasn't anybody looking there to stop it either, so it's not a level break. Okay. Now the E-mini is pivoting down.
Digital Shot said news in 10 minutes. Losing money. Left said news for what? Digital Shot said jolts. Losing money. Left said I have SPX 2750 that expires today, let's pray together. Losing money. Left said call. Losing money. Left said paid 29 cents per contract.
Very curious. Someone trying to short the E-mini here.
Digital Shot said cumulative delta cost me a lot of ticks in the past.
Just the setup.
Digital Shot said if you have one, I don't look at any indicators anymore, couldn't make them work, if you can that's cool. Tucker said I've lost too much in the past on a myriad of signals, indicators, deltas, and the like to focus on anything else but the DOM now.
Well, we're starting to the cumulative delta is starting to go positive in the 10-year. I have to say though, just the location of it in the E-mini, I think is some cause for concern.
Digital Shot said okay. Digital Shot said man I would like to buy this, but not if news comes.
Yeah. I still think this could go lower. if we were to turn around, this would be a great place to do it. Just for fun, how high do you think Bitcoin is going to go in this round before falling again? Well, oh, man. I feel like that well, we could still go lower, so I don't know. I don't ever really think about things in that kind of perspective. I kind of just look at it more as like, okay, what's the price that it's likely to touch? And then if it goes beyond that, great. We just let it ride. That's kind of how I do things. So it's possible that Bitcoin could touch 1200 again. And it's possible they could touch 6 again. Excuse me. Kind of like this pump that we've had this morning, though. Okay. Curious. Okay. Okay, good. So almost 4,000. I wanted to see some sort of a level break setup if we approached this level again. We approached it. We touched the low. It's been touched so many times now that I think that there's a really good chance to go through. Yep. See, guys, what did I tell you?
Digital Shot said good LOL.
Okay, so the numbers did kind of come out there, and they didn't pull. So what was the number? Jolts. 6.31, so that's good. Consumer sentiment 102. Inflation expectations up 2.
Digital Shot said yeah.
I didn't know that it could be over 100.
Digital Shot said didn't remember how they affect the market.
No, don't take up. What you doing? Okay, that's not backticking I like. Okay.
Losing money Rai left said seems like a down to flat day.
So when we did move down, oh, that's curious. Yeah, when we moved down, the E-mini was moving down too. Nope. See this ZF? This is switching back and forth. Well, ZB is so close to a target, I can't believe that they wouldn't go for it. ZF, on the other hand, they did come down and make a new low, and without coming and making a new low in cumulative delta, which is curious. In ZN, that happened, and it didn't take much, so it kind of seems to me like that touch of the lows did not really hit stops. Okay. Okay, tick down. I like that look in ZF though. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Hasn't done that in a while. Balance area here. They're not putting up a whole lot. Either way, they're at 115 or 11.5. Okay, it flipped again. Kind of a half-hearted attempt to clear it there. Yeah. Well, that bid at 11.5 now is a little bit stronger than the offer was when it was offer. Okay. It's a little bizarre for only 145 contracts. Oh, 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 oh. You see that 2,000, that's almost 2,800 added to O2 too when we tick down? Yep, and then they take it a little bit further. Is that O2 going to firm up? Why would they just take that and not firm up? I guess he took his trade and he needs somebody else, perhaps. A pretty good signal, though. Well, how many ticks has this been in for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did you just give up? Okay, that's looking better. 12K by Monday? Oh, no, I don't. That would be too fast. Sorry, I didn't see your comment, damn. 12K by Monday would be a little crazy. I think that it's probably not going to move much further than it has before that meeting. Come on. There we go. Come on. Much better. I'm cheerleading. It's usually not a good sign. Okay. My stomach's making all sorts of funny noises today, isn't it? Now the E-mini is running up. If they keep pushing like this, they could really run. No, but they're not done having fun yet there, I guess. The E-mini, yeah, you can't see it. They were making a strong push, but then they stopped right where the line in the sand was. So there'd be a little bit of games. It might still pop, but okay. Okay. I like that. Some stops. Oh yeah.
Losing money. Rai left said LOL, why not just trade ES if it's correlated to ES?
Definitely gonna move that stop. The E-mini hasn't even taken off yet either. Well, that is a level break setup, my friends. Curious timing. See if they tick back down if they do it or not. But that looks like a level break to me. This could be fun. Well, that offer is absorbing an awful lot in Xian. Ooh. Why 9? I guess we will never know, but I have to wonder, okay, the 7K just traded there at 9. We're 2 ticks away from a target that we identified a long ways back, right? If you were going to buy, and I don't care what the reason is, if it's some hedge or algorithmic thing or what, but if you were going to buy, why 9? There's clearly a lot of contracts there, clearly a reason for them to do it, but I don't think I will ever understand why somebody would absorb 7,000 contracts at 9. But since we ticked back up, I'm going to take it. Hmm. Well, I don't like that. There we go. Hit me, please. Ooh. Boo. Oh, man.
Block by.
Whoa. Okay, well, this is some crazy mixed action down here. It's really bizarre to see what I would say has been a pretty strong trend down and a block buy here. Pretty odd. And it held. Is the other weird thing. He tried to clear and he got had. Really? Okay, well, I think we have to take it here now.
Losing money. I left said maybe I should get out of my 2,750 calls.
Take your money? I don't know.
Losing money. I left said seems like pin to 2,750.
You made your trade and everybody else saw it and decided to take it as well, and now we're pegged. Okay, so this is like not going. What the heck? And there you go. Hmm. Okay, well, now that we're seeing 12. I think. Huh. I mean, it's hard. I want to hang on and see how these ones turn out. Now that's been 3,000. I mean, geez. Okay. Well, that was really tough, but that was good. I'm gonna let it take one more tick down. Okay. Whoa, okay. So we saw some interesting action when they ticked back up, so we're gonna hold off. Well, we have such a lovely position in Q here, and there's so many icebergs here. I really think that if we trade down to it at 09, that we should just leave the order and let it fill. You notice that when we're ticking down that there's a lot more. Like when they pull, there's more pulls. When orders come through, there's more orders come through. There's bigger icebergs. There's more action when we're moving down versus ticking up. When we're ticking up, it was kind of like, okay, nothing happens. All of a sudden, all at once we tick up. Nothing happens. All of a sudden we tick up. Okay. Well, that looked like that was some sort of trick there. Okay. Everyone, it's acting crazy. I think it will be hard to stick at this level. I think there are lots of shenanigans going on. Or are you talking about Bitcoin? Bitcoin looks to me like a dead instrument that is getting pushed around by fish. Like it's definitely been in sell mode, and yet it just doesn't go anywhere. I mean, maybe that's a good buy sign, but you never know if it's done or not, you know? So I'm holding off because my indicator still kind of says that we're a little high. You know, we're on the higher end at least, so. Okay, well, there was a lure, pushed us up, and even with that, not a ton at 10 halves. They weren't able to beat it out, and now this 09 halves looks weak. I don't know if they're going to clear it, though. And of course they don't. And now low interest at 10. Seems like ZF is still kind of in a range. Good news is that we got good position when we took that, you know, because we got it on the level break. And that makes it a lot easier to keep. Hey Dev Pluto, how's it going? And Dan still in the falling wedge though. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like in this spot like this, it's just really, really hard to predict what the next short-term move is going to be, you know. For all I know, they're going to fade this and go and make a new low before the end of today. I mean, I just don't know. But I don't want to be buying when my indicator is above 75, let's just say. Especially after all the stuff that's just happened, you know? Okay. Dan thinks we're going to have a nice push up this weekend, huh? Yeah, I mean, this meeting that you guys are talking about on Monday, I think that could end up being a really positive thing, because in the meetings that we've seen in the past that were like this, world leaders have said good things. They've said like, well, it's a thing and we shouldn't stand in its way. I think that the Bitcoin community is a little paranoid that the deep state or the globalists are always there to try and prevent Bitcoin from ever becoming a thing. And I think if there's a group of people out there that are really like that, I don't think that they're going to like come out and just straight up ban it and think that that's going to stop it. I think that if I was that person, I would just kind of let it do its thing and let it kill itself if I really thought it was a threat. I'm still bearish too. My target has not changed of 5,900. Okay. Anyways, if I was concerned about Bitcoin destroying, my profit margins that I've been making off of the current monetary system, I would not be trying to do it out in the open by just like straight up banning Bitcoin. I think that'd be like one of the dumbest things that you could do to it in a developed country, because there'd just be way too much outcry over it. It would just be way too unfair. It would be much better because you can't. It's not enough to kill Bitcoin. Okay, let's say that we want to kill it. It's not enough to kill Bitcoin. You have to kill the idea too. You have to prove to people that this is a unwise thing to get involved in. Right? So you've got to let it screw people over several times, let some sort of big time scam happen, and then once everybody's been thoroughly screwed over, then you come in and you say, you know what? This is kind of dangerous. We're going to ban it because you all lost money. Man, that's how you do it. So a meeting like that doesn't scare me. To me, the fact that they're even talking about it is a good thing for Bitcoin. Yeah? Makes sense? Just my thought. It's totally just theory. I really don't know where it's going to go. Okay, there's just like, where's the interest here? So I still think if we get filled at 09, we should take it. I think there's a good chance that we go through it, but I mean, there's like that big target at 08, and it could be come in and out really quick, Price and logic in crypto is out of control. I don't know anymore. Yeah, exactly. Well, and here's the thing. Remember, we're like on the backswing, right? We just had a move up that almost hit 100 on my indicator. That wasn't anywhere even close to a new high. So we're kind of on the backspin. The market that I think most people in cryptocurrencies are used to, the one that just only ever goes up, that's gone. It's done. And now we have this beast where the larger public is left. The future is uncertain. And all it takes is one guy with enough money to try and push it one way or the other. So really, it could just do anything. I still stick with my indicator. I think that it's been working pretty good, and I believe at least that some of the largest players are using similar valuations. So I think that it still has some edge, but that maybe is good for timing some longer term entries. But in terms of knowing where it's going to go over the weekend, I have no clue what it's going to do over the weekend. My guess, though, is it's going to stay here. Okay, how many times have they done that now? Like the 10.5 isn't even afraid of it anymore. Well, this time he might win. We may have to take it. Yep, snap. Okay. +2. So we probably gave that more to breathe than we should have, right? So I tried getting filled at the 9. It just ticked against us. I think I should have been faster at 9/2. But then when we got like the +3 ticks, that really should have been, we really should have been taking that. But we let it come back 4 ticks, right? So I don't know. It was fast when it did things, so I can't necessarily be too mad at myself. And it's okay because we're like, basically we're break even for the day. So 8K is the new 10K, or right? Well, no, I mean, remember 8K was the level that I was like, it should never go below this. and sure enough, we went below it. We come back up, and now we come back, and we're back to that same place where I'm like, it shouldn't go below us. So it's at the very least has proven to be a important level. Yeah. Like, I just still want to short it. I think I should step away for a little bit. Yeah, so I think the break-even mining cost is an interesting metric. They're saying, like at that point, miners start losing money, right? So what does that mean? Well, you see hash rates start to go down, miners exit the market, that means less people to sell. Yeah.
Alligator said spent too much time there without moving, upside risk IMO.
Yeah.
Alligator said LOL.
I think Alligator is laughing because he said, I think there's some upside risk, and then we moved back into the range. So, false breakout.
Alligator said if ES resumes its uptrend we've a chance for more downside, but if ES stays inside its range, we're due for some pullback to 125 WAP max.
Yeah, well, and look at E-mini. That's how I read that. This is like Friday shenanigans now.
Alligator said true.
Yeah, looks like some miners think about taking a break so that the price can come back for a bit. Well, a big operation is going to take some of their miners off because they're losing money off of it. They need to spend less on electricity basically at that point. and they need to sell. Or the alternative is you could keep it on and just not take your profits that month, until it gets to a certain point. But yeah. Need to look. I wonder if somebody has a graph of like mining break-even profitability and can show, how often have we gone below that and stayed there, and so on and so forth. I'd have to say mining for me hasn't been too bad. Let's see. How much did I get? 329. So another 12 garlic coins over the night. There's a time there when I was only getting like 2 or 3. But then they changed the algorithm. Okay. 10.5 pulled there for a second. Where was the block buy at, by the way? That's the other thing. When we got in there, it was at the 10. We should have gotten out at 10. Yep, and 10 it ended up being the middle of that zipper. Okay. Oh, here's John's notes. John says, my bias is for lower prices to first test the single print at 144.25, followed by a move to test that TPOC at 144.16. Okay, and then 144.05. 05. So that's an important number. Okay, they ticked up. Largest hourly bid volume ever on Bitcoin futures. Is it really? That's not what I wanted. I mean, I don't know. I do have. Do I have this stuff at the exchange now? Let's see. I do. I could buy some Bitcoin anytime here. Maybe that's a good long signal. I don't know. Yeah. $6K block. You could maybe take one from 10.5 to 11.5. 11.5 was the break. Oh, got a good number of people following on Twitch today. That's kind of interesting. Well, okay, well, we went past the 115. How likely do you think that VWAP is now? Hmm. Is it gonna pivot here again? I like what I see there in cumulative delta. We've come up and now we're starting to see selling initiating again. Our risk reward is okay too. The trick is removing some coins. Uh-oh. Nope, it pulled. Okay. Okay, bunch of ones that I don't follow. Wallet removable.
Alligator said why seems so, too much size so far but much less in ZF so could reach this zone.
Well, I don't see any on this list so far that I even recognize.
Alligator said if I was a big seller around there, I would let it go up to 125 130 before stopping it. Seems they don't want maybe to avoid technical traders putting longs.
Yeah, there it is. Should have taken it. Oh well.
Alligator said well okay lol. Losing money Rai left said yeah. IQ said I.imager.com. IQ said ZF.
Not bad, IQ.
Losing money. Rai left said I'm out of SPX calls, 275 is pinned.
So, if I can show you guys here, the E-mini has been moving up. It's been mostly sell volume all day, and it's not really getting there. And now we've just had a relatively impulsive move up. I mean, man, if we had bought at that 7K order, it would have been pretty easy trading, except for when they didn't break out at 110. But, you know, ever since then, we've been moving up. Yeah, I mean, in this right here in ZF, see that big order show up at 022? That's, I mean, that is, They could totally try pushing it and we might get a strong move up. Lots of one lots coming through there. Hold on. There we go. This seems like a dangerous cocktail here.
Losing money. Rai left said now that I sold at a loss it's gonna go up to 280 SPY LOL. IQ said it's observing at 22.
Hmm. I don't know, guys. Look at this at 125. And the order at 022 is gone.
IQ said weary face. Alligator said ES looks bouncing out of a pullback, and size above in ZN, so I'm not confident, going to call it a day.
I really want to see if this resolves itself or not.
IQ said have a good with end. IQ said done bugging out, have a good with and all.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to wait another 30 minutes and see if something happens. But I have a call in here, so I'm going to be muting everything and stuff. So I'm going to turn this camera off and Okay, well, it's been sitting here and market orders aren't really going through. And I'm done through my meetings, so and I also really don't like when I'm seeing an E-mini. So I don't think this is done yet, but I don't know which way it's gonna resolve. What do we got? So let's check in on you guys over here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, Dan had to go as well. Well, I need to watch my Twitch chat more closely. So I had a couple of people talking today. Okay. Hmm. And now we're starting to get all sorts of level 2 games again. I don't know if they're done or if they're... Sure is interesting that they came back to that 110 again and just stopped. This is where we were stuck before, wasn't it? Yeah. We're just a tad higher in ZN, but not in ZF. ZF's back to where it was. Okay, they ticked up. I think they're moving away from this iceberg here in ZF. Hmm. Okay. Well, we now have gotten enough of a tell in ZF. I think we should just quit. I think that there could be some stuff happen at the close here. Got any questions here before we go? Yeah, it looks like most of our regulars have already given up. Well, we should review this. So we had this one that was +6, and we only took +2 on it, and then that was a big mistake. So we could have gotten the 9, could have gotten the 9.5. It's just, you know, it happened fast, and I was flat on my feet. And of course there was some, you know, we could have taken maybe some on the way to the VWAP, but it was a counter trend trade. I think it was okay that we didn't take that one. I still want to short it. I don't know. The E-mini is just kind of been going back and forth here. I don't know if they're just basing and they're gonna take off or what. But it sure seems weird. But this is super slow, and I don't really want to take more than 4 trades a day anyways. So yeah, it's an okay one for first day on a live account, right? So I will catch you guys on Monday. We should have some good moves next week. So catch you later.